Our next inductee is in the builder category, and she was an integral part of women's hockey development in Canada and internationally. I'd like to ask past inductee Nancy Wilson to the stage to speak about Karen Wallace's contributions to hockey.
Good evening, everyone. It is really an honor tonight to introduce the next woman to be inducted into the BC Hockey Hall of Fame, my friend Karen Wallace. In the early 1980s, Karen Wallace was a hockey mom with 4 kids, and they're here tonight. She was struck, though, with the realization that girls in the hockey system were an afterthought in comparison to her sons. Karen's daughter had little opportunity to advance in the sport. Karen knew that change didn't happen from the sidelines. So she got involved and spent the next 2 decades shaping the women's game. In addition to her already countless hours involved with minor hockey, she took her advocacy to another level, and in 1985, she became the Director of Female Hockey for the province of British Columbia. Female hockey programs were very uncommon at the time, so Karen toured the province of British Columbia, organizing female camps and jamborees while communicating to parents that hockey was a great choice for their young girls. She wrote a manual on how to organize and grow the girls' game, which was utilized by all of the Canadian provinces. And in 1989, she brought the women's national championship to Richmond, BC, which was the first time in the game's history. Karen brought her vision to the national stage in 1990 when she was elected to the chair of Hockey Canada's Female Council, which represented the needs of female players. She went on to obtain approval for girls hockey to be concluded at the 1991 Canada Winter Games, where 13-year-old Hayley Wickenheiser would score the game-winning goal in her first gold medal game. As a result, women's hockey began to gain momentum, and registration numbers increased by 40% in Canada. But Karen wasn't finished yet. She set her sights at the Olympics. She and her female council put together a compelling case for the inclusion of female hockey in the Olympics, and in 1992, female hockey was included as a full medal sport. The 1990s were a period of unprecedented growth for female hockey, and specifically between 1990 and 1997, under Karen Wallace's leadership, enrollment more than tripled, and the Canadian women's national team won every major international competition, including 3 world titles. The rest of the world looked to Canada's female hockey program as the international leader. A good friend of Karen's was not able to make it tonight, but he wanted to send this video message.
Karen was a great friend to the Hadwin family, and we couldn't be happier for her induction. We are happy to see her legacy live on in this way. She will always be missed, but never forgotten. Congratulations to Karen's family on this honor.
Those of you that don't know who that was Adam Hadwin, golf pro. Sadly, Karen Wallace passed away on March 23rd, surrounded by her loving family who's here today. Karen Wallace is recognized as a pioneer of our game, but I'll remember her as an ambassador of the women's hockey who, with poise and determination, stick-handled our game to the level that the rest of the world would model. Today, when girls lace up their skates and dream of national and international glory, they do so in large part because of Karen Wallace. Please welcome to the stage to accept this award, Karen's husband, Norm Wallace.
Unfortunately, Nancy and I didn't collaborate, so I scratched a whole bunch of things out. I'd like to congratulate all of the 2019 inductees and all of the folks that come from Saskatchewan. Karen's a Saskatoon girl. I played baseball at Quotient. Hey? Ronnie? You bet. The Wallace family receives this honor on behalf of my late wife and my best friend. We had a great time. For 49 and a half years, we lived a dream. A few things that happened as we were growing up in the hockey world. Our dinner table was always a conversation about hockey. We actually talked about the great game. We had goaltender, we had a defenseman 2, forwards 1, referee 1, an administrator, and a coach, a male and female hockey players, and we even had junior hockey billets. We had some good conversations. Billets can eat more pasta than anybody I know. During the time Karen was working on behalf of BC Hockey and then later CAHA, one of her mentors was Bobby Nicholson. Of course, he comes from British Columbia, and he was second in command in Ottawa at the time. When Karen got there, she was lobbying for various improvements for female hockey. The advantage was that Bobby not only was a great listener, he was a great doer as well. A lot of things happened in Ottawa. Now it's Calgary. In Ottawa, I got to tell you this one story. They're preparing for the Olympics, and part of the deal was that they really wanted to have a little bit more cross-section of countries. They weren't sure that having two very strong teams, i.e. United States and Canada, would keep the female hockey program at the Olympics. So Bobby and Karen joined the Russian Federation along with the International Ice Hockey Federation one evening. And of course, the Russians brought out the vodka. Anyways, they're having a couple of vodkas, and Karen's not a big vodka drinker. But Bobby would carry the tune, and there was a plant beside Karen, and she would dump the vodka in as these guys are getting hammered. Anyways, Russia did start their hockey program. Just a little item, and Nancy touched on it. Female hockey in 1990 had 8,100 registered players in Canada. In 2018, we have 87,000. In the United States, they have 75,800, almost equal. Russia had 2,400. It's quite a disparity. But Karen would really be pleased at what happened this past World Hockey Championships, where Russia was in the medal round. They lost to Canada, who got the bronze. But being pleased when you're playing Canada, for her, it was making everybody compete. Everybody was there competing. That was the key. Competition spread the game. Another note that we never touched on, because Nancy and I never collaborated, female hockey start a professional hockey league, and it's had some bumps, as you've probably read over the last year or so. I believe that the NHL will seize the opportunity and assist or take over that league. I hope they do. Competition for female hockey is the Olympics and World Championships. For boys or men's hockey, it's your league, it's your province, it's your national championship, it could be the Olympics, it could be World Championships. For women, they need something to maintain their competitive edge and their interest as great athletes. If we get the NHL and the professional hockey for female hockey, you will see competition improve, and it's improved immensely. If you watch a female hockey game, it's damn near as good as an NHL game. Matter of fact, in my opinion, some days there's more hitting in girls hockey or female hockey than there is in the NHL. Sorry, boys, just the way it is. I'm from the old school, remember. In conclusion, Karen would have said, ladies, you require a champion in your association or your province, in our country and other countries, to provide direction and leadership to improve the great game of hockey, female hockey. Have a good night. Thank you very much.